Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, January 28th, 2021. Steve Sipress here, throwing it back to about 20 years ago, where I spent about 9 months with a firm in Chicago trading options on the SIBO, the Chicago Board Options Exchange. Unfortunately, my career in that world, as long as my entire firm I was with, ended shortly after the infamous 9/11 of 2001, where lots of traders and trading firms went under because of all the craziness. Speaking of the craziness, that's what I was thinking about yesterday and a couple of days watching this whole GameStop, the subreddit, average everyday Joe messing up the billionaires at their own game, the hedge fund, named because they use all kinds of crazy, risky, contrarian strategies that you're not supposed to be able to use unless you're some big shot expert, professional trader, this, that, whatever. It's a hedge because most of the time what they're doing is betting on American companies to fail. Not only are they betting on American companies to fail, their actions often cause American companies to fail. They drive down the stock price by selling it short, as it's called, and that's the hedge. So that if the market goes down, they win in the hedge fund, which hedges against their stock ownership in all the other companies that they own. So if the market goes up, their regular investments make them lots of money. The hedge is to make money when stocks go down, but the game they play is they force the stocks to go down by doing what's called shorting them. And you probably don't need me to explain it. It's been all over the news for days. They borrow shares, sell them, and unfortunately, if they go up, they got to buy them back at a much higher price. In this case, a much higher price. I think I heard GameStop went up like 1,700% in a short amount of time and put one of these hedge funds billions of dollars, bankrupted them, put them out of business. Boom, bang, slam. Then, of course, the government and the establishment and all the scum stepped in and they deplatformed that trading off the Robinhood trading platform that all these people were using, and they halted the stocks, and they said, you can't do that. The stock market is rigged against the little guy, the retail investor, as it's called, the little guy, the you or me. It's rigged in favor of the big funds, the mutual funds, the hedge funds, which are people's pension funds and 401ks and stuff. But the little retail guy can't win. It's like the casino. The house always wins, and the game is completely rigged. And so it's just fantastic to see the little guy. You know, this happened with Brexit, happened with the Trump win, and now it's happening here. Like, people are getting tired of the establishment and the cronies and the insiders rigging everything so that they keep winning and average people keep losing. And it was just great to see, even if it was only for a little bit, that these little guys really made it happen in a big, big way. I don't think it's over yet. I mean, obviously, the particular episode's over, but I think they're going to start to understand that they're going to look for these stocks that are massively shorted by the big hedge funds, and they're going to go attack them. And I think you might see the hedge funds get out of their massively over-leveraged short positions. I just mean they'll stop gambling that much because now they see the immense risk and how susceptible they are, because when the little guy bands together, right, it's known as strength in numbers. So will Americans ever wake up and understand the strength in numbers translates to everything? If every small business owner just said, I'm opening up, every restaurant said, I'm opening up, everybody said, I'm stopping wearing, what do you got to wear now? Now you got to wear double masks, triple masks? Is there more of an obvious admittance that masks don't work? Because now you got to wear two, you got to wear three. And I saw something on the news that said, gee, if you wear a triple mask, it catches like 90% of the droplets. 90%? That sucks. You got to wear 3 masks and still 10% of anything is getting through them? Like, Are people going to realize we're being played by the establishment, by the ruling class, by the elites? And yet there's still millions of Americans that want the government to have more control over people's lives. They don't trust themselves, or they hate themselves. They hate everybody else. They hate America. They claim to love America, but they hate America. They hate themselves. They don't trust themselves. There ought to be more laws, more rules, more regulations, more power. Federal government ought to rule more, and executive orders, sign them all, be a king, be an autocrat, be a dictator, whatever you say goes. No committees, no hearings, no witnesses, no negotiation, no back and forth, no compromise. Just be a king, be a dictator. Like, little guy stepped up in a big way with this GameStop, this AMC. I think more is on the way, and it's just great to see. And that'll do it for Throwback Thursday to 20 years ago, my days as a trader on the SIBO. Catch you tomorrow on Foundation Friday. Over and out. Bye-bye.